The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the New York Knicks. For New York, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. So tonight, 2 inexperienced teams facing off. Shaq, if you were coaching a young club, what advice would you give?
Well, you got to play within yourselves, and if you make a mistake, don't let it get in your head. You just got to keep playing.
Wouldn't you also say, hey, get the ball to Shaq?
I would definitely say that.
Well, if he was on a young team with Shaq, I would say the same thing. But if you don't have a guy named Shaq, you just play with a great deal of energy, and that could make up for the lack of experience. So, you know, being young can benefit you in that way, and you can have some advantages that experienced guys don't have.
Would you like to play for Shaq if Shaq was your, a coach?
As a coach, I would like to play with Shaq as a young Shaq.
No, if he's the coach.
No, I didn't.
Would you like to play for Shaq?
I'd like to play with Shaq as a young Shaq.
He doesn't want to play for you if you're coaching.
Because they don't know my coaching style.
What is your coaching style?
They call me Pat Jackson.
A combination,
So,
it would seem, of Pat Riley and Phil Jackson.
Well, that means you're going to practice me hard, and we're going to win a lot. I want to play for Pat Jackson. I just decided.
Not me. Let's get to Kevin Harlan. Here comes the opening tip.
AI, good news.
Yeah, what's up?
They released some new All-Star voting numbers.
Oh, yeah? And?
Well, you're top 5 in your position.
All right, top 5. Yeah, I can buy that.
Yeah, I like your chances for making the team, especially with the way you've been playing lately.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Charlie.
Sure, I'll keep you posted if any more updates come out with the next round of voting.
Sounds good.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The Star-Spangled Banner, sung by musical artist Linda Lynn. Welcome, everyone, to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Earlier this season, it was Chicago who came out on top in the last meeting against the Knicks.
And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to say whether or not defensively you were on your game. But bottom line is their opponent didn't shoot it well, and you got to take some of the credit from a defensive standpoint.
No question they deserve some credit, but they were really helped out by what was a very shaky performance on the other side. Nobody on that squad had a night they want to remember.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Knicks, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Durant is out there with Smith. And it's Dotson in at the 2. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Now about midway through the season, couple teams starting to slide, and they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes, or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? You know, what did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp? Yes. What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November and early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. Here is Durant after the made shot from Gibson. Durant, no good.
The defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 4-point game. Right wing. Dotson kicks to Smith. Pass to Durant for the 3. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
And there's the pass to Gibson. Off target from 3-point range. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Durant. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Kevin Durant not only feels like he can score from everywhere, he does. So when he's that close, just count it.
Levine can't hit.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. They get it back. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Dotson. Carter pulls it in. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On its way from Gibson for 2. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Dean passes to Carter. left to the wing. Gibson for three. Good on the triple. Gibson's got 7 points.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Now here's Jordan. He had 10 points in the win against Golden State.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
4 on the clock. Fires from the line. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And you got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Smith outside. Pass to Dotson. Left side Durant. Tries from 16. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you. This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Knicks trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Some nice passing by New York here. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Chicago leading by 7. Porter in the corner. To the wing on the left. Gibson for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. DeAndre Jordan, so athletic for a player of his stature, Brent. The way he moves and elevates, simply amazing.
Well, that and the consistency with which a coach can pencil him in to the lineup. He's had tremendous durability. So many 7-footers have trouble weathering the long NBA season. DeAndre Jordan, not one of them.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Smith kicks to Jordan. Durant against Porter. 17-foot shot on the way. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And it's 6 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, that's a smart shot by KD. Sizes up the D and then just cashes in.
Outside, Levine. Back to Gibson. Puts up a 3. No good that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Chicago with the ball, following the score by New York. Kicks to Markkanen. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Smith finds Jordan. Outside Durant, fires for three. Bean with the rebound. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against Golden State. Ball's knocked loose. And a fast break now for New York. Durant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Nails the corner three. Durant's got 9.
Well, Durant's skill, he's got so many scoring options. Left, right, and of course over the top.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Last season, Brent, the addition of two-way contracts. Does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. Number 1, the Bulls.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They lead by 4. Passes it to Hutchison. Cauley-Stein with it. Out to the right wing. Rubio against Dunn. Shoots over Rubio. Dunn shot's good. And the Bulls lead by 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Rubio the pass to Trier. Lopez against Cauley-Stein. Here's Trier. And he gets it to go. Trier's got his first bucket of the night. Chicago leading by 4. And Gibson kicks to Dunn. Back to Gibson. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Hutchison. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Now, here's Rubio. The pass to Durant. Hutchison with the rebound.
No excuse for him not drilling that one there. The defense was nowhere to be found. Maybe could have taken a little more time.
The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Trier. Back to Rubio. He kicks to Durant. 6 to shoot. Over Vonleh. No good from Durant. Chicago's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and the 3-ball is good. Dunn's got his second basket of the night.
Gotta put some pressure on Dunn when he's squaring up from outside. Just an exceptional scorer.
Outside Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
First free throw is good.
It's pretty evident to see that Kevin Durant is driven to be a great player, but it's his love for the game. The passion he has for basketball is something that's just off the charts. I know he's anxious to have another great competitive year in the NBA.
Durant nails both of them.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Here's Gibson, and it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15. In the contest.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Durant just inside the line, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Durant's got 13.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Dunn passes to Vonleh. To the wing right side. Outside Gibson. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Dunn. And the Bulls, another 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Passes it to Lopez. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now here's Durant. Against Golden State, he was really on his game.
A moment here to check out Kevin Durant. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 7th in scoring, 15th in field goal percentage. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And he knocks down the first one. The Bulls making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in, and a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in. Durant nails both of them.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Done against Rubio. Left side Gibson, 18 feet out. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. .34 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Chicago leading by 10. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
That free throw, no good.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And he's good on the second. Now Rubio. A 14-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 11. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Robinson is out there with Durant. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Trier in at the 2. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Baller in that last game against the Raptors got the job done. He had 58 points and got there the usual way, an impressive barrage of three-pointers. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
Dunn misses. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Trier. Kicks to Durant. Pass to Knox. Rubio in the corner. Got a piece of it. Clock at 6. And stolen by Dunn. Luwawu, the pass to Gibson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Gibson's got 27.
Oh, nice double pump finish there. Strictly for the fans.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Here's Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Monday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at that Lakers matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And that one falls for Robinson. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles. And having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end. And 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Carter. He's checked in for Chicago. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting. You take a look at Gibson.
And you'd be crazy not to give him your vote. What he's done this season has been nothing short of spectacular.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Knox the pass to Smith, and Gibson sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. Levine's checked in for Luawu. Now off the inbound. It's deflected.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Knicks trail by 10. To the left wing. Three-pointer on the way. Connects from three-point range. Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Gibson kicks to Markkanen. Bulls moving the ball around. And Gibson, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Bulls have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. The first one falls. And both free throws good from Gibson. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
Smith outside. Ring shot on the way. Chicago grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Knicks trail by 9. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Bulls.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Bulls. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Outside Gibson. Shot clock at 5. Over Smith. Misses off the right iron. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Knox. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Gibson. He drains the quick shot. Gibson's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Dotson the pass to Robinson. He kicks it to Smith. Here's Barlow. Banked in off the glass. He has 5.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
The Bulls leading by 7. Gibson passes to Carter. Gibson against Smith. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And the three off target.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
This is great to see him take over in stretches like this, coming alive at just the right time.
Bulls shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Valentine. And New York with a change here, too. Lopez, he's checked in for Robinson. New York calls timeout.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. Number 1, the Bulls. The Knicks, 4th.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
Knicks trail by 12. Smith kicks to Lopez. And the pass to Knox from 18 feet away. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. The Bulls have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Shots good by Gibson. Gibson's got 44.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Dotson, guarded by Levine. Here's Smith. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Knox. Here's Dotson. A three-pointer off the mark. Chicago leading by 12. Gibson for 3. Dotson with the rebound. Dotson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And he overshot that one, missing. Bulls have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. That one falls. 46 points for Baller.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Smith wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Clearly a foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability. Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for the Bulls. And a switch here also for New York. Jordan's checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Gibson. Non-stop scoring machine here. Passes to Levine. Back to Gibson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5. And he knocks down the first one.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And both free throws good from Gibson.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Dotson kicks to Smith. He's looking for Jordan and finds him.
Willing to work the ball to his open teammate. Smith Jr., this is what leaders do best.
Gibson finds Levine. Here's Hutchison. Lopez covering. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Vonleh. 53 points for Baller.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Chicago making a switch here. Dunn's checked in.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. How last month turned out for him. 11th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails. Hutchison, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Offensive rebound. Jordan can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The shot by Vonleh no good.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket.
Durant in the corner over Porter. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Right block shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Dunn's got 10.
There's just no way you are stopping Dunn when he's that close to the bucket. A skilled finisher and amazing athlete. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. The shot by Vonleh no good.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Rubio looking around. Outside Durant. Back to Rubio. Shoots a fader. And it's Chicago with the rebound. .32 seconds left now here in the second. Porter passes to Levine. Count that bucket. And the Bulls lead by 20.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Rubio outside. Kicks it to Durant. Over Porter. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's the Chicago Bulls controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Baller is out there with Levine, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
So far, he's a can't-miss player, a superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Gibson against Smith. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And such a speedy player. Love how Smith Jr. forces the issue and makes you hit him.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Now here's Gibson. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Pass to Markkanen. And Levine, here we go. To the inside. Here's Carter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Jordan kicks to Durant. Here's Dotson. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Dotson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Markkanen dishes to Levine. Porter against Durant. Back to Markkanen. Excellent defense there from Smith. Knicks shooting not great, 40% for the game. Here's Dotson, guarded by Levine. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Gibson passes to Carter. And Gibson kicks to Markkanen. And there's the feed to Levine. For three, Gibson. He's off on that one. Knicks trail by 20. Smith scanning the floor. And Gibson sends it back. And he recovers it. Offensive rebound. The shot's good. Smith's got 6 points.
Getting more comfortable shooting from inside. Even though Smith Jr. is smaller, he knows how to score in the paint.
And David Fizdale wants a timeout. It's been quite a game for Baller.
And he can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss, and they have no idea how to contain him.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Take a look at the Bulls. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And of course New York just way behind.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
The only people whose minds have changed are the people who said they were going to have a down year. There is no one left saying that.
Here's Dotson. He's got 7. Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
Carter with it. He's picked up by Jordan. For 3, Gibson. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Some nice passing by New York here. Jordan finds Smith. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Smith's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Here's Dotson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Gibson kicks to Levine. And Carter has it in the corner. And there's the pass to Markkanen. Gibson down low. He's against Smith. Shot's good by Gibson.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Pass to Jordan. Over Carter. No good from Jordan. The Bulls leading by 16. Outside Porter. He kicks to Gibson. Misses the 3. New York with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Dotson the pass to Smith. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Carter. And Luwawu subbed in for Zach LaVine. Robinson's checked in for New York. Chicago has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And Gibson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Gibson. Passes it to Porter. Here's Luwawu. Shot clock at 5. Dishes it to Gibson. Over Smith. No good from Gibson. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. They trail by 16. Pass to Dotson. Count that one. Dotson's got 9 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And here is Gibson. Luwawu, the pass to Gibson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. Valentine's checked in for Chicago. And New York making a change here.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Gibson. Knicks trail by 17. Smith with it. 9 points in the game so far. And the pass to Knox. Back to Smith. It's deflected. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Bulls.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Gibson dishes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Luwawu, covered by Smith. Just his first attempt. Luwawu's shot is off. Knicks trail by 17. Here's Knox. No good from outside. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely. Pass to Luwawu. Out to the wing. Gibson for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Gibson's got 14 points now in the second half.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Luwawu, covered by Smith. Back to Gibson. Gibson against Smith. Robinson up top. New York moving the ball around. Rubio right side. Over Valentine. Rubio misses. The Bulls leading by 18. Here's Gibson. And the layup is good.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Smith with it. Now guarded by Gibson. Rubio finds Robinson. Smith outside. From past the arc. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And no good that time. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Markkanen, he doesn't hit that one. And New York the other way now. Inside. It's blocked. Gibson against Rubio. Gibson passes to Cauley-Stein. Markkanen, chalk up 2 there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
New York's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Count it. Rubio's got his first 2 points of the night. The Bulls leading by 20.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
He dishes it to Smith. Robinson kicks to Smith. And that's off the glass and in. Smith's got 11 points. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greggy's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Passes it to Knox. Offline with his 3. Chicago leading by 20. And Gibson wide open. Another one goes. Incredible.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. 3rd on the list, well in sight.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
The Knicks have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. First free throw is good for the Knicks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Robinson, and it's Trier in for Smith. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. To the middle. It's tipped. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Zach LaVine comes in for Baller. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Jordan's checked in. Knicks trail by 21. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Lopez has it in the corner. Rubio right side. Just 5 to shoot. And Lopez throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Al Levine. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Dunn right side. Shoots over Rubio. Can't hit from 12. He gets it up. The shot, no good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Bulls leading by 19 points. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Ricky Rubio is out there with Trier. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Knox in at the 3 slot. Levine finds Cauley Stein. Shoots from the elbow. Dunn misses.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. That's a shot that you want to take. You know, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Pass to Hutchison. The dish to Cauley Stein. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Cauley Stein, you got to talk mostly about the agility that this young big has, rolling well after the screen.
Rubio against Dunn. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Porter's checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Durant's checked in for the Knicks. That's good from Brook Lopez.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Levine, good.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Rubio, the pass to Durant. Back to Rubio. Jacks up a 3, and it's Durant, that time on the assist from Rubio. Durant's got 26.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. On the wing, Levine. The 15-footer. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Levine's got 4 points in the quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Lopez kicks to Jordan. The jump hook. Hutchison with the rebound. Hutchinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Porter against Durant. Levine wide open. Again, Levine missing. Knicks trail by 16. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Yeah, that's a painful mistake there. All you can do is just shake that one off and try your best to move on to the next play.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Dotson's checked in, and Smith's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Dunn against Smith. Dunn passes to Porter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Smith. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
Carter against Lopez. Carter kicks to Levine. And the jam by Levine.
And this is why defensively you can't afford to let Levine get to the rim. Too much explosiveness.
Durant feeling it out a bit. It's hauled in by Dunn. The Bulls leading by 16. Hutchison passes to Levine. Now Carter. Back to Levine. And it's Dunn in the corner. Lets it go from the wing, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Bulls lead by 18.
And you have to love whenever Dunn squares up from mid-range. His jump shot is just money in the bank.
Now here's Durant. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Levine against Smith. It's Durant on the wing. To the paint. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Dunn kicks to Carter. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's two.
Here's Dotson, guarded by Levine. Dotson can't hit. The Bulls leading by 18. Here's Hutchison, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a movie myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up? You have firsthand knowledge of this stuff. Your fingerprints are all over this question.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on, it's an opportunity for guys to go.
It was fun, right? You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing, Kevin. Thank you.
They won, and they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind. It's not a distraction, though. These guys are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Too, right? Helps the league and notoriety and everything else.
Why not?
Jordan finds Durant, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Dunn. Outside, Levine. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. Baller comes in for Dunn. And so Levine nails both of them. Knicks trail by 19. Smith up top, defended by Gibson. Smith, no good.
Yeah, and the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
Stolen by Markkanen. Outside, Levine. To the middle. Here's Carter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists in the game. New York's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Outside Durant. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like, as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Gibson. And both free throws good from Gibson. Knicks trail by 21. Smith outside. Outside Durant. And Gibson sends it back. There's Porter with the 3. Sinks the triple.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
They've also taken care of some of the details in this game, and that's why they're ahead.
Smith on the wing, defended by Gibson. Durant misses off the left iron.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And here's Porter, outside Gibson. Another bucket. Wow.
And that ties him for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game. What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vonleh's checked in for Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Luwawu is checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Baller. Luwawu, the pass to Vonleh. Dunn outside. Back to Vonleh. Over Lopez. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now here's Valentine. Defended by Durant. There's the pass to Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And Luwawu gets it to go. Rubio with it. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got 2 pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that
that
guy.
23.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. 2 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Durant. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Dunn outside. Pass to Markkanen. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Can't connect from 13 feet out. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the New York Knicks.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Baller.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Vonleh kicks to Dunn. Here's Gibson, and another one.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is going to be talking about this guy for years.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now Gibson. Kicks it to Dunn. Back to Gibson. Connects again.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Locked and loaded. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Shots.
Love when we
Appreciate
beat those
it.
dudes.
Appreciate it.
Nice shot selection. Sure.